No, I'm making a video. I'm making a video. Come on. Hello everybody, this is Joe. Welcome to another how-to origami tutorial. And this video is a remake of my most popular video, the Origami F-16. Now this is a very, very highly requested video. My original video was not filmed with good camera quality, was not recorded with good audio, and I was not very developed in my teaching skills. So even though I was trying to walk you through things step by step, it wasn't as clear as it could have been. So now, well into the YouTube business, I have a good camera, I have good audio, and I would like to think I'm better at teaching. Let me know if I am, because I really hope so. So this is my most popular video, and I really want to remake it so that it's easier to do and looks just as awesome, and I want to clarify a few things along the way. Alright, so here's what we're going to do to get started. What we're going to do is we're going to take this top edge and we're going to fold it down to this edge, but we're going to go a little bit past. So I'm going to go, maybe you can see right here, this is close to 1/4 inch, and I'm going to do the exact same distance right here. And before I do any actual finalizing on my creases, I'm going to flip it over and look, and I'm checking to see whether the edge of this paper and the edge of this, well, the same paper, but these two edges should be parallel, is what I'm looking for. And they look parallel, so now I'm going to do some more firm creases here. Alright. So let's give it a good solid crease there, just like that, and unfold. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to fold this down, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to align this. So right here is where the crease meets the edge of the paper, and right here is where the crease meets the edge of the paper on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make those points touch, and that'll tell me that I am folding an equal amount on both sides. Alright, so that should be even. I'm going to finalize that crease. Okay, now before I get any farther into this, I will be going fast. And I'm going fast because you have tools at your disposal. For example, you have a pause button about here, and then if you click on the gear, there should be a playback speed where you can play back in slow motion. So you can use that if something's unclear, just rewind it a little bit and then play it in slow motion, or pause it and catch up. So use that, please use that. It's very helpful. Alright, so now we have this cross here. I'm going to fold in both of these creases. So we're going to fold in half this way, lengthwise, or hot dog style as some people call it. Alright, I'm taking the time to align my edge, both edges, so that when I do fold, I know it's 100% accurate. Okay. There. Alright, so now I'm going to fold so that the line moves through this point right here. This is where all the lines cross, this point. So I'm going to fold down until I see that point, and I'm going to put the crease right on it, just like that, and align the edges and finalize. Okay, so now we're going to unfold. Okay, so now you'll notice there is a top and a bottom. The bottom is bigger than the top. On the bottom side, the bottom part of the paper, we're going to fold the edge up. We're going to fold the edge up about 1/3 to 1/2 inch, not too much, but just enough so that it's bigger than the distance here. It's not a big deal, but it should be bigger relative to that distance. Alright. Fold there. That looks good. So now what we're going to do with these creases is we're going to do a kind of modified water bomb base. So I'm going to mount and fold here real quick, alright, and press down in the center. And should kind of pop down like that. Now I can bring these two edges inwards and down. See that? Alright, once I get to here, I can take my palm and collapse it on top. And it should make this nice triangular kind of shape in front. And just finalize all these creases so that it looks all nice and neat like this. So just for reference, these two flaps right here are the wings. These on either side here, these will become the tail. So I'm going to take both of the wings and fold them over to my right, just like that. And now for this tail, what we're going to do is we're going to fold this edge into the center crease, which is right here, the center crease, but we're going to leave it a little bit of space. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so that it's easier to see. Here's the center crease. We're going to fold until it's almost touching that line, but not quite all the way. Like that. Alright, finalize. And now we're going to take this top layer wing, fold the edge, and do the same thing into the center crease, but not quite all the way. That way, we're left with a little bit of space. You should be able to see that small gap right there. That's what we're looking for. Okay, now fold that over and fold the other wing over. Now both wings are on my left. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to fold this edge into the center crease, but not quite touching. The wing. With the wing, I'm going to try and line it up with the other wing. So right here, let's see if we have enough contrast. Yes, we do. This wing right here, I'm going to try and line this up with that one, because with paper airplanes, it's very important that everything is symmetrical. If it's not symmetrical, there'll be more drag on one side, and therefore it won't fly straight. Alright, so now I'm going to fold one wing over. So we have one wing on this side, one wing on this side. Alright, so this is what we have right now. So we're going to start with the wings, move both over to the right side, and we're going to take this wing and fold it out. See, I'm leaving a little bit of space. The crease is going to start kind of here, a little bit in from the edge of the paper. And then I'm just pulling it out so that if we're looking straight on the plane, it's just slightly above the horizontal. Alright, so I'm thinking this looks pretty good. Yep, that looks pretty good. And when I'm done, I'm gonna show you in a little bit more detail what the fold looks like. So right here, see how I left a little bit of space right here? And the fold goes along here, and now the bottom edge of the wing is just slightly above the horizontal, just like that. Okay, now both wings go over to my left, and I'm going to do the same thing, but all I really need to do is align this wing on top of the other wing, making sure that all the edges line up before I crease. And I should have mentioned earlier, whenever you're doing any of these folds, especially with the paper airplane, you should be doing them very strong, because paper airplanes need to be very precise and crisp. So I'm using my fingernail. Oops, I'm using my fingernail. You can use pencil, like the back of a pencil, like this. You can use anything that's kind of hard, has a flat edge, to make sure all your folds are crisp and neat. Alright, so now with the wings folded back on either side, this is what it looks like. It's pretty cool. And they're going to both be on my right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the tail. So again, we're going to leave a little bit of room between this edge and where the crease will start. So right here seems good to me. And it's going to go up at an angle. See the distance between the bottom of the wing and this line. See that distance? It's like a centimeter or something. I'm going to double that, so right here. That's kind of where I want the end of it to go. It doesn't have to be precise. If it's off, this will not change much. But this is like the kind of mathematical ideal. Just to fold it right there. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold from this corner, right, this point right here, right there, all the way up to this point right here. Alright, fold that down just like that. And this little flap right here, we're just going to open that up so there's a crease running from here to there. Just like that. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So both wings go over to my left, and this one we're going to fold out the same. What we can do is we can actually take this whole model, fold it back on itself like this. Alright, so here's a tail we already did. Now I'm going to fold this out to align with it. Just like we did with the wings, we're just ensuring that they're both identical as we can get it. Alright, so I'm going to put it back to where it was, both wings on my left. Alright, now it's folded out like this, and we're going to do the same thing. Pull this layer down into this corner. And fold this flap out. Alright, now we're going to put both wings out like this, one wing on each side. Now it's really starting to look like a jet, right? This is starting to look pretty cool. What we're going to do now is the step that everyone got confused on. Everyone got confused here. So I'm going to go slow and careful, but please feel free to pause the video and use the slow motion, alright? Let's flip it over, and we see this kind of massive triangle right here. So here's what we're going to do. On the center crease, we have a valley fold up until like here, okay? And then running parallel to this edge is going to be a mountain fold. Alright, these aren't exact, but this is just giving you an idea of what I'm doing. Alright, is that showing up? That's probably not showing up. I'll make them darker. Like that. Okay, so this is going to be our valley, and then these two are going to be our mountain. So I'm going to start by just kind of ghosting these creases. So all of the paper should be being folded at once. So I'm going to do kind of a light ghosted mountain fold here, just like that. Alright, and then a light valley fold here. And then right here again, kind of ghost a mountain fold. Alright, so you see how it's making like a secondary triangle right here. That's what we're looking for. So now I'm going to just press inwards from each side, okay? And it should start to pinch together. See, this is what it should look like. So before you fold strongly along these creases, make sure the wings are aligned. So not like this, or like this, like this. So they're perfectly aligned edge to edge. Once you've done that, lay it down flat and finalize the creases. You're really going to have to press hard here because there's so many layers of paper. It's going to be very thick. Alright, so that is what we're going for. This shape. Okay? If you got lost, don't panic, just pause it and go back. Okay, so now we have this. This is actually really cool, a really cool shape we have. You can tell what it's going to be. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to make these wings and the tail fold up, basically. So it's going to take the full shape of a jet. So I'm going to find this turn right here, this point. So right here is the nose kind of angled down, and then here's the back. Right there is the point I'm looking for. So I'm going to take this point and I'm going to kind of draw an imaginary line going straight down to here. This is where the crease is going to start. Alright, now I'm going to go to the back, and you can see this kind of chunk of paper right here. Right about halfway, which is kind of where this V is. About halfway is where it's going to end on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the layers of the tail and the wings. So there's these, the grip right here, you don't fold that. Just the layers of the wing and the tail. Okay, we're going to fold it up so that it starts at this, starts at this mark, focus, there we go. Starts at this mark and travels up to this mark. Okay, I think that's about right, so I'm going to press down. And again, there's a lot of layers being folded at once, so you're going to have to press pretty hard. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing on the other side, and again, we're going to go from about halfway here down till just underneath this point. Right there. Before you fold anything firmly, align the wings. Always align the wings. Make sure, and the tail, don't forget about the tail. Align the wings and the tail, make sure everything will be perfect mirror image on either side. Okay, so it should look like this. Now I'm going to grip. This is the grip. Okay, I'm going to hold the grip and look at it from the top. So you can see it's starting to form the jet shape. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. So it's definitely taking on the jet shape. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these wing layers we just folded, I'm going to tug them out to the side, pull it out like that so that they stay flat. Now they're flattening out. See that? These ones are still up, this one's flattening out. Alright, so I'm pulling it off to the side. Alright, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'm just opening up the plain body and letting everything rest at kind of just above parallel to the ground. So like, this is pretty good right here. Yeah. So this right here is a pretty solid looking plane. We just have 3 steps left. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this right here. This second, it's kind of like the back part of the grip, and if I rotate it up like this, what we're going to do is kind of invert this valley fold. So now this is going to be a mountain fold right here, and then we're going to have valley folds kind of running here. This isn't precise, so I'm just going to invert it to a mountain fold and pull up until, I don't know, about here. Seems good. Maybe a little more. And then pinch everything closed. So basically you can see now it's making another triangle in the middle. We press in the sides, and now we have a fin in the back. Okay, and you should pinch it from below right here to make sure it's a solid crease. There we go, see that? Now we have one grip. Okay, the last step is we're going to create the little winglets. So I'm going to take these little things right here and fold them back inwards towards the body. Alright, so now I'm going to look from the back. You can see it just kind of creates a 90-degree angle here. They can be a little bit more outwards, don't let them go inwards though. Like that. Okay, and I'm going to fold, try and do the same distance on this wing. So the winglets are the same size. Alright, so that is the complete plane. Now this plane does fly. I will say that it does fly, but it does not fly super well, and it's very hard to make it fly well. So it's all about how symmetrical it is, because it's such a compact plane that even a slight deviation will mess with how it flies. So what you can do to help solve that is look at it from the back. So this might be tilted from one side to another side. It should be straight up and down, so make sure that's there first. Okay, now make sure your winglets are at the same angle and the same length, and make sure your wings are both at the same angle. Like this one's resting a little higher, so I'm going to push it down a little bit, and this one I'm actually going to bring up a bit too. Alright, so that looks good. Now these, the tails in the back, you can see this one sticking up a lot more than this one, so I'm going to push it down. It doesn't matter a whole lot if they're different in the tail, like if they're both up a little bit, that's also okay, but they should be the same. Alright, it's having trouble focusing on such a small thing. So that right there looks like a really clean profile. That's a pretty clean profile. This plane should fly very well. You kind of give it a more firm throw because it's more, dart shaped, but this is the Origami F-16, the remake, almost version 2. I hope this was easier to understand. I hope this was clear, and I hope that you aren't still mad at me for my first video if you've seen that. So I just wanted to say I'm this close to 5K subscribers. I'm so close. And I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you so much to all my subscribers and people who watch my videos. I appreciate it very much, and I hope that it gives you something. I hope that you are able to watch my videos and enjoy them and be able to make awesome things like this for yourself and show them to your friends or do whatever you want to do with them. I hope that me teaching you has helped you out in any way, and that's really what I'm all about with this channel. Is I just want to show and share what I have with other people so that you can also make awesome things like this. So again, thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'm confident you won't regret it. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next tutorial.